Here we go. Good morning. So I have a quick break in between classes. If you don't know me, it's fine, but I'm teacher Christy. Evelyn Joy made me that sign so that you know who I am. I have been with VIPKid for 3 years, almost 3 years, but anyways, it's not important. What is important is that I have a message to share with you, and you don't have to be a Christian to hear it. That's the awesome thing. Uh, all that, what really helps is that if you just read it, that's it, just read it. Okay, this is in Luke. So it's chapter 10 and it's very short. Do you see that I outlined it? I'm not a huge reader and I'm loving it. So look, just this little from here to here, that's it. So if you're not a reader, I'm going to read it to you. Just like my husband. I read in the car the other day to him out loud. So he is a reader and he liked it. So okay. I'm going to set this up. Sometimes we think we have to do all the things. You know, if you're a Christian, you might think you have to or want to do all the God things. Like I'm doing this, I'm going to church, I'm serving in every single area, and I'm doing this and that. You think you're a VIPKid teacher. You think that I'm going to open up all these slots and teach all this and do all this, and I'm also going to do this, and that. Maybe you're just like driven and you have all these great ideas and you want to do this, and that, and maybe you're feeling burnt out. Maybe you're denying. All that's possible. Maybe you're, maybe you are. Maybe you do have like the steam for all of it. But the cool thing is that you can do less and have even more steam for the few things that you're actually supposed to be focusing on, anyways. So during this time of rest, the time of being away from everything, we're actually still not away from everything. We have the internet. We have reruns of sports. We have video games. We still have the distractions. We can online shop. We still have the distractions. It's just in a different way. So I'm going to read Luke chapter 10, verse 38 to 42, and then I'm going to explain why I'm reading it. Now, as they went on their way, Jesus entered a village, and a woman named Martha welcomed him into her house. So, come on in, Jesus. And she had a sister called Mary who sat at the Lord's feet and listened to his teaching. So Mary's, hey, welcome in. Come on in, Jesus. And her sister Martha is opening the door, saying, come on in, Jesus. Mary is sitting at the feet of Jesus, listening to him. Okay, here's what happens next. But Martha was distracted with too much serving. Right there. Martha was distracted by what? Sports? Video games? Oh, too much serving. And she went up to him and said, Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to serve alone? Tell her then to help me. But the Lord answered her, Martha, Martha, you are anxious and troubled about many things, but one thing is necessary. Mary has chosen the good portion, which will not be taken away from her. So right there, literally Jesus Christ is saying, he's not saying that what Martha is doing is bad, doing all the things. She's doing it for Jesus. Great, but not greater. Greater is the woman sitting in the floor, the person sitting in the floor, not doing nothing. She looks like she's doing nothing. She's listening to Jesus. So that was the best thing. So we can, if you believe in Jesus, you can do all the things. I'm going to go do all this. I'm going to serve at all 3 services. I'm going to do this and that. But are you neglecting your home? Are you neglecting your children? Are they acting out because they're so exhausted from going to all 3 services? Are you not taking time for your spouse to actually sit and talk with them? You're all great in church. You're all great in VIPKid, but what about home? Out of the mouths of babes, are they telling you, hey, you're so nice to these children in China, but mom, if it falls apart at home, it falls apart everywhere else. Then it really is a fake smile when you get onto VIPKid. Click. Or it's actually really good, but then you're so exhausted you can't even enjoy your own family. That's where we have to cut it off at the head. Cut it off, because literally Jesus is telling you what is best. To listen to him, read his word, and you'll start to understand. Okay, you can be Christian or not Christian and get this. Okay, so because I say that as if Christians would get it better. No, A lot of them don't. That's why a lot of people turn away from churches, because they're like, well, my mom and dad ignored me, so peace out. I don't like this. It's not that they're horrible. It's that they didn't realize that sitting at Jesus's feet and doing the less things was better. They thought they had to do all the God things. No, just sit at Jesus's feet. Get it. You got to get it. Okay, so you know the thing about the commandment, the greatest commandment: love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, all thy mind, whatever order you want to say it in. Read it in the Bible. Love the Lord your God with all thy mind, heart, soul, heart, mind, mind, heart, soul, heart, mind, however you want to say it. Love the Lord thy God. But the second is like it. So what second commandment could be like loving the Lord your God with all your heart, your soul, and your mind? Loving your neighbor as yourself. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Before we go out into the neighborhood, who is our closest neighbor? It's our children. It's our husband. Oh, snap. It's our literally our neighbor. Oh, snap. Our mom, our dad, our grandma, our coworker. Oh, snap. So if we're not showing love to them, we're not letting the love of Jesus Christ flow through us. And then others are going to see that and say, they're a Christian. Look at how they're acting. I don't want any part of that. You may go to all millions of church services. You stay, you preach till you're blue. But are you showing the love of Christ? That love that he showed you that you don't deserve. Are you showing that same love that they don't deserve? Are you showing that to the people closest to you and the people around you? Because the people closest to you matter. God put them in your life for a reason, not to neglect them. Nope. Because he formed family. He wants you to take care of your family before you go out and try to save the world, because you're not saving them. Jesus Christ is, and you're supposed to share the love of Jesus Christ. So do be like Mary. You know those stick drawings that were popular a while ago? This is Mary. And just picture her sitting and with her ear. If you're a VIPKid teacher, picture Mary. She's going like this. Picture that. Okay. This is Mary. Be like Mary. Okay. This is Mary. Be like Mary. Hey, God. Got anything to say? I love you. Oh, you do have something to say. Oh, snap. This is big. Like, where do I even start? Oh, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. I can start there. All right. Matthew 10. I could just read a short story about Mary and Martha. All right. Now, as they went on their way, Jesus entered a village, and a woman named Martha welcomed him into her house. And she had a sister called Mary who sat at the Lord's feet and listened to his teaching. Oh, that's what I'm doing right now. That's cool. So wait, you can speak to me through this? So I don't have to do everything? Oh wait, what my mom and dad did, are human and they messed up? Okay, I like that. But Martha was distracted with much serving, and she went up to him and said, Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to serve alone? Tell her then to help me. But the Lord answered her, Martha, Martha, you are so anxious and troubled about many things, but one thing is necessary. Mary has chosen the good portion, which will not be taken away from her. So right there, God is like, that will not be taken away from her. So even if you are not doing all the things and other people are pressuring you, like, I'm doing this and this and that for God, like, I need your help. Like, the harvest is plentiful and the workers are few. So that means you have to do more, right? No, that part's not in the Bible. The being pressured, and no, actually God's heart is for you to do what he designed you to do, what he put inside of you. So running yourself thin, no. Remember, endurance is in the Bible, and endurance is not where you give it your all the entire time. You pace yourself or you're not going to last. So during the season of rest, don't take it for granted. Actually rest. Don't care about the haters. You're not doing enough. Hey, we need help with this. We need help with that. Okay, I love you guys. But no, it's okay to say no. It's okay to say yes to Jesus and to say no to all the loving, helpful people. Shh, I love you. Shh, stop. Just stop. Y'all quit. It's all good things like Olaf, all good things, but stop. I'm going to sit still, especially in this time where literally the physical church is not open, it's just online. I'm going to read his word. I'm going to get closer to God, because when this is all over with, we're going to come out like crazy and we're going to run full force to the actual places we're supposed to be in. So take this time to rest. And if you're not even a believer, how am I going to apply this to my life? Okay. If you're just a VIPKid teacher, not just if you're a VIPKid teacher, it's a lot of work. It's amazing, but it's a lot of work. You open up all the slots, you're like, this is awesome, yeah. And then you realize, oh snap, I'm exhausted. Oh snap, like I feel like a zombie walking around. I can drink a lot of coffee and I can get sleep, but then like I don't feel like I have a life in America because I have this amazing life in China. And then where's my life in America? You know that you could teach fewer classes, and then you can also have an American job. And it could be online like now, especially now, or it can literally be in the community. If you're like me and you already had coronavirus, it doesn't mean you can't have it again, but you have those antibodies. You know, there's a lot of positions opened right now. So if you feel comfortable doing that or getting something online, there's a lot of positions opened. You could be doing that. So you could teach a few classes in the morning or at night and still have an American job as well. So there's possibilities. But the thing is that if you just open up every single slot and exhaust yourself to the max, that thing that's not good for anybody on this entire earth, the soul isolation thing, oh, trust me, it's not good. It's good to get away because I'm a people person, but I don't like one more than the other. I equally like to get away and take a breather. They're both good and both important, but one and not the other, and one and not the other is not good. We need people. We need to be away from people, both. So that's why you see so many people on social media, because we want to get away from people and breathe, but then we also need connection to people. So you need both, equally as important. Look at the life of Jesus. He needed both. He went up to the mountains to be alone a lot. He went into the desert. He went to be alone, but he also was obviously the most people person ever. So all this to say, less is more. Less is more. And it doesn't mean that you're doing it doesn't mean that you're accomplishing less. You're actually accomplishing more by doing less, because you have more energy for the fewer things that you're supposed to do. Whether it's students, the fewer students that you're supposed to teach, you're going to be more on fire and have more energy for those fewer students. Whether it's you have all these plans and you're doing less plans, you're going to have more energy for those less plans, and you're not going to be as exhausted. And oh my goodness, if you have a husband or a wife, children at home, my goodness, if you're neglecting them, you don't think maybe you're neglecting them, but if you're exhausted and running yourself thin, you're not going to be able to give that energy to your children. It's going to feel icky. It's going to feel icky. And trust me, I've tried to put out my head, oh no, that's just like, I'm tired. It's a job. Like, they don't understand. No, you don't understand. We don't understand. Uh, we need that energy for our children too. So there's a balance in our husbands and wives. There's a balance. So pray about it. I don't know what else to say. Pray about it. Lord, like, how many slots would you have me open up? Please let those only the ones you would have book with the exact students, because y'all know you could have like 5 upper level classes, or you can have 3 students who may know what they're doing, but like to drag along, and those 3 students can fill like 10 students. We love them, but they can fill like 10 students. So pray about which students you get to, not just how many bookings or how little bookings, whatever. Pray about the specific students that God, would you bring me exactly who you would have me bring? You know exactly how much energy I have. I need energy from you, but I also need the exact students you would have me have. Thank you, Lord. Pray it. It works. Trust me. Trust me. Okay, I'm going to pray over us really quick. I'm about to have another class. Lord, thank you for your word. Thank you for Luke 10. Thank you for Mary and Martha, and teaching us that we're not being lazy by sitting at your feet and listening to you, Lord. We're actively doing